Did you know that the average price of a college textbook has increased by 3 times the rate of inflation in the last 10 years? Buying textbooks has always been a problem for college students, but recently the expense has become ridiculous. As I enter my 4th year as a college student, I've had to purchase textbooks for 7 semesters. For me, the average textbook has cost around $200, but even some have gotten upwards of $300. In this speech, the problems with the current way that textbooks are purchased by students will be covered, along with a few solutions to this problem, and of course the opponent's view. First of all, going to a university or college is expensive. Students already pay an outrageous amount of money for tuition. In addition, the textbooks for these classes are not included in this fee and can be extremely expensive. According to research by usnews.com, the average amount spent on textbooks is around $1,200 per student per year. Buying these is a problem that too many students face. Some students opt to not buy the required textbooks due to their financial situation, and in most cases their grade suffers. A U.S. Public Interest Research Group survey resulted in 65% of students not buying a required textbook because it was too expensive. The reason the books are so expensive has been related to a lack of competition for the publishers. A few publishers such as McGraw-Hill and Princess Hall control the market. In response, book costs have increased by 82% in the last 10 years, discovered through research by the Government Accountability Office, which is a research arm of Congress. Another problem is that students can't pick out the cheapest book on the subject because the professor selects the book for their class. They are stuck with whatever the professor picks. The final problem with having to buy books is ending up with a bookshelf full of textbooks that you don't want. What am I to do with all of these? I don't know. One choice you have is to sell them to the bookstore for a fraction of what you paid for them, which is so minute that it makes it not even worth doing. A reason that textbooks don't hold their value very well is due to a new edition being produced by the author and publisher every year. In turn, the professors require this new edition, so buying a used older version isn't even plausible. This makes more money for the producers of the book and less money in the pockets of students. There are a few solutions to this problem, though. First of all, professors can select free online PDF versions of the textbook so all students can access them. This would save students a tremendous amount of money. Another option would be to have the universities buy all the textbooks and let the students borrow them and return them at the end of the semester. The books could then be used year after year. Opponents to providing free textbooks tend to be the universities and the publishers. The universities don't want to shoulder the burden of having to buy books for every student. If they did, the tuition for each student would probably skyrocket. In response, the universities should buy the books, though, and then reuse them for several years, which would balance out the cost of having to buy the newest edition or newest book every single year. Another point is that professors don't want to be limited in their selection of textbooks, and they always want the newest editions. However, the change in edition from year to year is usually very small and only contains grammatical corrections. The technical portion of the books usually stay the same from edition to edition, but this is used as a moneymaker for the publisher. Let me end by saying that the financial burden of college students buying textbooks needs to be solved. As you can see, the existing problem of students having to bear the cost of textbooks causes even more problems than buying them themselves. The obvious repercussions are financial, but also can lead to lower grades, all from just avoiding purchasing books. A few solutions exist, but depend mainly on the discretion of the universities. Change can happen, but it's up to us to let them know. Next time that you're in class or meeting with a university official, mention the idea of utilizing free textbooks and having the university support students through the purchase of books for them.